Hey everyone, and welcome back to Home Design channel. Ever looked out at your backyard and felt it could be more beautiful, more relaxing, maybe even more useful? But also, in today's world, maybe you're thinking it could be kinder to the planet? You're not alone. The classic idea of a perfect backyard, that immaculate, thirsty lawn, the chemical-dependent blooms, the energy-hungry features, it's feeling increasingly out of step. Today, we're diving deep into a revolution happening right outside our back doors, reimagining the backyard oasis through sustainable and eco-friendly design. This isn't about sacrifice. It's about abundance, creating spaces that are stunning, deeply functional, resilient, and actively heal our little patch of earth. Forget just less bad. We're talking about spaces that are positively good. Over the next while, we'll unpack the key pillars, explore fresh, inspiring ideas, and show you how to build your own slice of paradise that gives back. Stick around. Segment 1. The core philosophy, beyond greenwashing to true regeneration. So, what really defines a sustainable backyard oasis in 2025? It goes way beyond just sticking a few solar lights in the ground or choosing a recycled plastic chair, though those are great starts. It's a fundamental shift in perspective. Think of your backyard not as a separate entity you control, but as a living, breathing piece of the local ecosystem that you collaborate with. Sustainable Landscape Design 2025 is rooted in principles like regeneration, actively improving soil health, sequestering carbon, and increasing biodiversity. It's about resilience, designing spaces that can handle heavier rains, hotter summers, and drier spells predicted in our changing climate. It embraces low-impact backyard solutions that minimize resource extraction, waste, and pollution throughout their life cycle, from creation to eventual return to the earth. The cornerstone of this philosophy? Soil health. Forget treating dirt as just something to hold plants up. Healthy, living soil is the absolute bedrock of a thriving, sustainable oasis. We're talking about soil teeming with microbes, fungi, worms, a whole hidden universe. This isn't achieved with synthetic fertilizers that offer a quick fix, but ultimately degrade soil structure and microbial life. Instead, it's built through organic gardening techniques 2025, like continuous mulching and avoiding harsh chemical pesticides and herbicides that wipe out beneficial insects along with the pests. Building soil health is slow magic, but it's the most crucial investment you can make. Another key pillar is mindful water stewardship. Water is becoming an ever more precious resource, and the era of spraying drinking quality water onto vast lawns simply for aesthetics is fading fast. A truly sustainable oasis prioritizes water-wise gardens and xeriscaping principles, not just in arid regions, but everywhere. This means selecting plants naturally adapted to your local rainfall patterns. More on that later. Designing landscapes that capture and utilize rainwater effectively, and employing super efficient irrigation only when absolutely necessary. It's about working with natural water cycles, not constantly fighting against them with wasteful practices. Imagine your garden not just surviving, but thriving, even during water restrictions. Finally, it's about holistic function and connection. A sustainable oasis isn't just for looking at. It should enrich your life and the lives of local wildlife. It might provide food, herbs, veggies, fruit trees, offer serene spaces for relaxation or play, create habitat for birds, bees, and butterflies, and even manage stormwater runoff from your property. It fosters a deeper connection to the natural rhythms right outside your window. Observing the seasons change in your plants, the pollinators visiting, the birds nesting. This connection is a powerful antidote to the stresses of modern life and fosters a genuine sense of stewardship. It's about creating a climate-resilient garden that's beautiful, functional, and ecologically responsible, all woven together. Segment 2. Water Wisdom, Conservation, Capture, and Clever Use. Let's get practical and dive into the lifeblood of any garden, water. Creating a water-resilient backyard is non-negotiable for a sustainable oasis. especially with increasingly unpredictable weather patterns. The goal? To drastically reduce or even eliminate reliance on municipal water or wells for landscape irrigation, while ensuring your plants get what they need. The mantra is conserve, capture, control. Conservation starts with plant choice. This is where native plant landscaping shines. Plants indigenous to your specific region have spent millennia adapting to the local climate, soil, and rainfall patterns. They've evolved deep root systems to seek water efficiently and typically require far less supplemental watering once established than non-natives. Beyond natives, embrace drought-tolerant perennials and ornamental grasses that offer stunning textures and movement with minimal thirst. Think less thirsty hybrid tea roses, more resilient salvias, lavender sedums, and ornamental grasses like switchgrass or feather reed grass. Grouping plants with similar water needs, hydrozoning, ensures you're not overwatering some to meet the needs of others. And don't underestimate the power of a thick layer of organic mulch. It's like a blanket for your soil, reducing evaporation by up to 70%. Capture is where we turn problems into resources. Rainwater harvesting systems are the superstars here. It starts simply. Rain barrels connected to your downspouts, an easy DIY project yielding free water for potted plants or nearby beds. But think bigger. Consider larger cisterns, above or below ground, plumbed into drip irrigation systems. Even more impactful is earthworks, shaping the land itself to slow, spread, and sink rainwater. Swales are shallow, vegetated ditches dug along the contour of your land. They intercept runoff, allowing it to soak in rather than race away, recharging groundwater and feeding plants downhill. Rain gardens are strategically placed shallow depressions planted with water-loving natives. They collect runoff from roofs, driveways, or patios, allowing it to percolate slowly into the ground, filtering pollutants naturally and preventing erosion and flooding downstream. This is stormwater management at its most beautiful and functional. Smart irrigation controllers, some even linked to local weather stations or soil moisture sensors, take the guesswork out, automatically adjusting watering schedules based on real-time conditions. Even simpler, good old-fashioned hand watering with a watering can. It forces you to observe each plant and water only what truly needs it. Remember, deep, infrequent watering encourages stronger, deeper roots, making plants more resilient during dry spells. Segment 3. Material Matters. Building with the earth in mind. Every structure, path, and surface in your backyard represents choices. Choices about resource consumption, manufacturing impact, and longevity. Choosing eco-friendly backyard materials is fundamental to minimizing your oasis's footprint and maximizing its durability and beauty. It's about seeking out recycled outdoor materials, locally sourced stone and wood, rapidly renewable resources, and products designed for longevity and easy end-of-life recycling or decomposition. First, let's talk hardscaping. Patios, walkways, retaining walls. Concrete, while common, has a massive carbon footprint due to cement production. Fantastic alternatives abound. Reclaimed brick or pavers add instant character and history while diverting waste. Natural stone, flagstone, slate, granite, sourced locally minimizes transport emissions and offers timeless beauty and incredible durability. Permeable pavers or gravel, decomposed granite (DG), pathways allow rainwater to soak through, replenishing groundwater and reducing runoff, unlike solid concrete slabs. For retaining walls, consider dry stacked stone, no cement needed, allows drainage, recycled concrete blocks, or gabion walls, wire cages filled with stone or recycled concrete rubble, which are structurally sound, permeable, and visually striking. Sustainable decking options have exploded. Look beyond traditional pressure-treated lumber, often containing questionable chemicals. FS Ski certified tropical hardwoods, like Ipe or Kumaru, are durable but ensure strict certification for sustainability. Recycled composite decking, made from plastic bags and wood fibers, is low maintenance, long-lasting, and gives plastic waste a second life. Thermally modified wood, like ash or pine, is heated without chemicals, becoming incredibly rot-resistant. For structures like pergolas, arbors, fencing, or raised beds, rapidly renewable materials are key. Bamboo is a superstar, incredibly strong, fast-growing, and naturally pest-resistant. Look for sustainably harvested sources. Akoya wood is sustainably sourced softwood modified with non-toxic acetic acid for exceptional durability and stability. Reclaimed timbers offer unmatched character and reduce demand for virgin wood. Even living structures, think willow tunnels or espaliered fruit trees forming a green fence, blend structure and ecology beautifully. Don't forget the details. Choose natural oil finishes like linseed or tung oil for wood instead of petroleum-based stains or paints laden with VOCs, volatile organic compounds. Opt for powder-coated metal furniture, more durable and eco-friendly than liquid paint, made from recycled content. Seek out outdoor fabrics made from recycled PET plastic, like water bottles, for cushions and umbrellas. For edging, Consider recycled rubber or steel instead of virgin plastic. Every choice, from the big patio down to the smallest edging strip, is an opportunity to vote for a healthier planet. Segment 4. Planting for Life. Biodiversity as the heartbeat. This is where your sustainable oasis truly comes alive literally. Moving beyond purely ornamental plantings to create landscapes that hum with life is central to the modern ethos. Backyard biodiversity isn't just a buzzword. It's about creating a complex, resilient web of life that supports pollinators, birds, beneficial insects, and soil organisms. This means shifting focus from high-maintenance, ecologically barren lawns and non-native ornamentals to vibrant, layered habitats. Think native plant gardening as the foundation, but woven with edibles, habitat features, and ecological function. Why native plants rule. They are the undisputed champions of the Sustainable Garden 2025. As we touched on earlier, they're adapted to local climate and soils, needing less water, fertilizer, and pesticides. But crucially, they have co-evolved with local wildlife. They provide the specific nectar, pollen, seeds, berries, and leaves, host plants for caterpillars that native insects, birds, and other creatures rely on. Planting a non-native butterfly bush might attract adult butterflies, but if it doesn't support their caterpillars, which most non-natives don't, it's only providing half the life cycle support. Native oaks, for example, support hundreds of species of caterpillars, the essential baby food for nesting birds. Prioritize regional native plants from local nurseries, not big box store shipping plants nationwide, to ensure genetic suitability and avoid introducing invasive species. Designing the habitat layers. Mimic natural ecosystems. Create vertical diversity. Canopy layer. If space allows, native trees, oaks, maples, pines, native fruit trees like pawpaw or serviceberry provide shade, nesting sites, and vital food sources. Shrub layer. Dense plantings of native shrubs, blueberries, elderberry, spicebush, native roses, create safe havens for birds and small mammals. Herbaceous layer. This is your pollinator paradise. Plant drifts of native perennials, milkweed from monarchs, goldenrod, asters, coneflowers, bee balm, blazing star, and grasses Little bluestem switchgrass for continuous bloom from spring to fall. Let some areas go a bit wild. Ground cover layer, native sedges, low-growing ferns, or even leaf litter provide cover for insects and amphibians, suppress weeds, and protect soil. Replace thirsty lawn expanses with no-mow alternatives like native ground covers, moss gardens in shade, or low-maintenance meadows. Beyond plants, habitat features integrate elements that welcome wildlife. Water source, a simple bird bath, clean it regularly. Or a shallow pollinator puddling area, a saucer with wet sand stones is vital. Consider a small wildlife pond if possible. Shelter. Leave some leaf litter in beds over winter. Create brush piles, out of sight if desired. Install birdhouses and bee hotels. Ensure they are cleanable and species appropriate. Food sources. Supplement natural food with bird feeders. Use appropriate seed and keep clean. Plant berry-producing shrubs. Crucially, tolerate some insect damage. It means the food web is working. Avoid pesticides. They harm beneficial insects crucial for pest control and pollination. Edible integration, permaculture light. Embrace permaculture. Backyard principles by weaving food production into your landscape. Plant dwarf fruit trees as ornamentals. Create raised bed vegetable gardens using sustainable raised bed materials. Cedar recycled composite. Use edible flowers, nasturtiums, calendula in borders. Grow climbing beans or peas on arbors. Mix herbs like rosemary, thyme, and lavender into sunny borders. This foodscaping approach makes your oasis productive and beautiful, reducing reliance on industrial agriculture. It's the ultimate in sustainable outdoor living. Segment 5, Energy and Atmosphere, Powering Your Oasis Responsibly. A true sanctuary should be peaceful and light on the planet, not a hidden energy hog. Minimizing the carbon footprint of operating your backyard oasis is crucial. This means smart choices about lighting, power, climate control, and even waste management. Aiming for that net zero backyard ideal where your outdoor space consumes minimal external energy and manages its own outputs responsibly. Light the night sustainably. Solar backyard lights have come incredibly far. Gone are the dim, unreliable bulbs of yesteryear. Modern options offer impressive brightness, longevity, and beautiful designs. Path lights, spotlights, string lights, even solar-powered lanterns. They charge effortlessly during the day and turn on automatically at dusk, requiring zero wiring or ongoing electricity costs. For areas needing brighter or more consistent light, like an outdoor kitchen or seating area, consider low-voltage LED lighting powered by a transformer. LEDs are incredibly energy efficient and long-lasting. Use lighting thoughtfully. Highlight paths, focal points, or seating areas, rather than flooding the entire yard. Embrace darkness too. It's vital for nocturnal wildlife and stargazing. Dark sky compliant lighting directs light downward, minimizing light pollution. Powering features and appliances. Do you dream of a water feature pump, outdoor speakers, or a pizza oven? Think about the source. If you have home solar panels, tapping into that clean energy is ideal. For standalone needs, portable solar generators, power stations charged by fold-out panels, are increasingly powerful and affordable, offering silent, emission-free power for tools or evening gatherings. If you need permanent power, for example, for a pond pump or shed, ensure wiring is done safely and efficiently, potentially linked to your home's ideally renewable supply. Climate comfort naturally. Combating heat is a major challenge. Strategic shade is your first line of defense. Plant deciduous trees. They shade in summer, allow sun in winter on the south and west sides of seating areas or your house. Pergolas draped with climbing vines, like native grapes or clematis, create beautiful, cool microclimates. Green roofs on sheds or pergolas provide insulation and habitat. For active cooling, misting systems using harvested rainwater can be very effective in dry climates. When it comes to heating, avoid fossil-fueled patio heaters. Opt for a cozy bioethanol fireplace, clean burning, no smoke, or highly efficient. EPA-certified wood-burning fire pit or chiminea using sustainably sourced, dry local wood sparingly. The best warmth often comes from thermal mass, stone patios or walls that absorb daytime heat and radiate it back in the evening. Waste not. Closing the loop. A sustainable oasis manages its own waste as a resource. Composting is non-negotiable. Transform kitchen scraps, fruit veggie peels, coffee grounds, yard waste, leaves, small prunings, grass clippings if you must mow, and even paper towels into black gold for your soil. Choose a bin system, tumbler, stationary, worm bin that suits your space. Grass cycling, leaving clippings on the lawn when you mow, returns nutrients directly. Practice thoughtful pruning chip branches for mulch or pathways instead of sending them to landfill. Choose durable, repairable items over disposable ones. This cradle-to-cradle thinking minimizes landfill contributions and feeds your garden's health. Segment 6. Living the Oasis. Design for experience and well-being. Ultimately, our backyards are extensions of our homes and sanctuaries for our lives. Sustainable design profoundly enhances human experience and well-being. It's about creating spaces that invite relaxation, connection, play, and rejuvenation, all while being deeply integrated with the natural systems we've nurtured. This is where green outdoor living truly shines, blurring the lines between inside and out in the most harmonious way. Zoning for harmony. Think about how you want to use your space and design distinct, functional zones that flow together. Create an intimate seating area tucked under a tree or pergola, furnished with durable, comfortable pieces made from recycled or sustainable materials. Designate a dining, entertaining zone, perhaps near an outdoor kitchen. Consider a simple grill station with counter space made from recycled materials. If you have kids, incorporate a natural playscape, logs for balancing, sand pits with recycled rubber matting underneath, maybe a simple rope swing on a sturdy tree, planting tunnels, or a mud kitchen. Create a quiet contemplation zone, a bench overlooking a pollinator garden, a hammock strung between trees, or a small meditation platform. Even a compact balcony can be zoned effectively. Sensory richness and biophilia. Sustainable gardens engage all the senses deeply, fulfilling our innate human need to connect with nature. Biophilia. Design 4. First, sight. Dynamic layers of foliage, seasonal color from natives and edibles, movement of grasses and wildlife, dappled sunlight through leaves. Second, sound. The buzz of bees, birdsong, rustling leaves, wind chimes, the gentle trickle of a rainwater-fed fountain. Third, smell. Fragrant herbs, rosemary, lavender, mint, scented flowers, phlox, sweet bay magnolia, dianthus, the earthy smell after rain. Fourth, touch. Textured leaves, lamb's ear, ferns, smooth stones, cool grass underfoot. Where you have it, warm wood. Fifth, taste. Fresh herbs snipped for dinner, berries picked straight from the bush, edible flowers in a salad. Functional beauty. Integrate elements that make living outdoors easier and more enjoyable. An outdoor shower using solar-heated water is a luxurious and refreshing sustainable feature. Grow culinary herbs right outside your kitchen door for instant access. Install a simple rain barrel tap near your garden beds. Create defined pathways with permeable materials for easy access in all weather. Place bird feeders or baths where you can easily observe them from a window or favorite seat. Sustainable design should feel effortless and intuitive, inviting you to spend more time immersed in your oasis. The gift of observation. Perhaps the greatest luxury a sustainable oasis offers is the opportunity to slow down and observe. Watch a bumblebee navigate a coneflower. Track the growth of your tomatoes. Notice which birds visit the bird bath at different times of day. Witness the first fireflies of summer. This mindful connection reduces stress, fosters wonder, and deepens your appreciation for the intricate, beautiful system you've helped create and nurture. It's the ultimate reward. Segment 7. The Journey. Practical Steps, Maintenance, and Mindset. Transforming your backyard into a sustainable oasis isn't usually an overnight project. It's a rewarding journey. It requires a shift in mindset, some practical planning, and embracing maintenance as an act of care rather than a chore. Let's talk about getting started, keeping it thriving, and embracing the process. Start small, dream big. Don't feel overwhelmed. You don't need to rip everything out day one. DIY sustainable garden projects are incredibly rewarding entry points. Begin with achievable wins. First, install a rain barrel. Capture that free water. Second, build a compost bin. Start turning scraps into soil. Third, convert a lawn patch. Sheet mulch, a small section of grass. Cover with cardboard and thick mulch, and plant a pollinator-friendly native perennial bed or a mini meadow next spring. Fourth, plant one native tree or shrub. Choose a keystone species for your region. Fifth, swap out lights. Replace old path lights with solar LEDs. Observe your space for a full year before making major changes. Notice sun patterns, water flow during rain, where you naturally gravitate. Sketch ideas, research plants suited to your specific conditions, soil type, sun exposure, hardiness zone. Develop a phased plan, that fits your budget and time. Sustainable Backyard Design 2025 is flexible and adaptable. Maintenance as stewardship. Forget the high input, high waste maintenance of the past. Sustainable maintenance is lower input, but requires mindful observation. First, water wisely, water deeply and infrequently, early in the morning, based on plant needs and soil moisture, not a rigid schedule. Prioritize new plantings. Second, feed the soil, not just plants. Top dress beds with compost annually. Replenish mulch as it breaks down. Avoid synthetic fertilizers. Third, prune thoughtfully. Learn the proper time and technique for each plant. Prune for health, structure, and airflow, not just control. Use sharp tools. Chip prunings for mulch. Fourth, embrace ecological messiness. Leave seed heads standing in winter for birds. Allow some leaf litter to remain in beds. Tolerate minor insect damage. It feeds birds and beneficial insects. Deadhead spent flowers to encourage more blooms, but don't be too hasty to cut everything down. Fifth, weed strategically. Hand pull weeds when small and soil is moist. Use thick mulch to suppress them. Understand that a diverse, healthy ecosystem naturally suppresses aggressive weeds over time. Avoid herbicides. Keep a garden journal. Note what you plant, when it blooms, which wildlife visits, what works, what doesn't. Gardening is a continuous experiment, especially as climate patterns shift. Be patient, be adaptable, and celebrate every success, no matter how small. The shift from seeing your yard as something to control to something to collaborate with is profound and deeply satisfying. So there you have it, a deep dive into reimagining your backyard as a true sustainable oasis. We've covered the core philosophy of regeneration, the critical importance of water wisdom, choosing materials that tread lightly, planting to maximize life and biodiversity, powering your space responsibly, designing for deep human well-being, and embracing the journey of learning and stewardship. Remember, this isn't about achieving instant perfection, according to some magazine spread. It's about making conscious choices, one step at a time, to create a space that nourishes you, supports a thriving web of life, and contributes positively to the world right outside your door. Your backyard has the potential to be so much more than just grass. It can be a sanctuary, a habitat, a source of food, a climate solution, and a daily dose of wonder. What's the one sustainable change you're most excited to make in your backyard? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a massive thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives into specific topics like building rain gardens, choosing native plants for your region, or DIY natural playscapes. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey to create beautiful, resilient backyards. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planting, and keep nurturing your little piece of the planet. See you soon.